Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel and to a second episode of My Day is Your Night stream. So basically, this will probably be a solo stream this time around because it's mostly going to be just a gaming chat, me bullshitting and whatnot. And, if anybody actually shows up, it's whatever. If anybody does show up in the comments, I'll toss the link out if anybody wants to hop in or whatever the case be. But yeah, it's mostly just going to be me talking about Walking Dead Survivors game that I play and a couple other things there. So with that game, had a bunch of shakeups going on here in the last few days now. Ended up hopping over to a different clan in the region because we now have season 3 upon us in the game, which is basically what happened was you had when I started back in July of this year. I think we were already partially into season 1 within the region, which basically season 1 is essentially just a fight among the clans in the region is what it is. And whoever ends up taking the sanctuary ends up basically winning out that go around is what it is. And that's what happened. We basically just had the clan that I was in ended up taking the sanctuary, and then we had a whole thing going on, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and then a bunch of people kind of fucked us over in season 2, and a bunch of us got burned out, and a couple of people basically got completely fucked over. Their entire towns were basically zeroed to nothingness, and because of stupid people, you had these folks quit the game about a couple, like 2-3 weeks ago now is what it was, because of that. And I don't blame them, honestly. I have no disrespect for those people at all. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. And if you're gonna be a free to play player in this game and you're gonna have your town wiped out in months of work that you've accomplished at that point done away with in a couple of minutes, yeah, it's frustrating as hell, and there's no, and in many cases, there's no reason to spend more time coming back from that. So, which thankfully for me, it didn't quite happen that way. I almost got fucked over, but I think the guy kind of took pity on me, is what it was, and realized oh yeah, you're not actually part of the people we have an issue with in your clan and stuff like that. It was and that's why he just hit me with like 3 of 4 formations instead of all 4, because if he hit me with a fourth one, I would have been completely gone. All my troops would have been completely wiped out, and yeah, it would have been a fucking massacre. And I would have basically stopped playing at that point because there would have been no reason to come back to that dude, trying to rebuild after that, because with the time we had left and everything, it just wouldn't have been worth it at all, honestly. But yeah, as it is right now, season 3 starts in about a day and a half, which is Death Eternal, is what the tagline here is for season 3, and for the actual overall. Actually, I'm gonna go see if I can. I'm actually gonna go see if I can find a thing for that, and see if I can bring it up then. Dead Survivors season 3. Okay, so go ahead and do a screen share here of this. This is actually from another different YouTube channel that we have, where they're talking about what season 3 is and stuff like that, which I'm not gonna try to share that one. I'll try to maybe do this one, even though that might be the old one, actually. No, it's a different one. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a slight screen share here of the video itself, not actually playing the video is what it is. It'd be this video right here, what this person did a few months ago is what it was. Beginning of the year actually is what it was. And yeah, it's a good game though. It's a fun game. So basically for season 3, what the background thing is season 3, it says the cult is bent on it's apparently a cult led by a guy named Tobias Black. Said the cult is bent on killing all survivors. According to their leader Tobias Black, humans should evolve into walkers, aka zombies, in the next stage. So basically it's like a ripoff of the one Fear the Walking Dead season. And it continues on, says, planning to pollute all water and food to transform the survivors into walkers. And then it talks about the rules of the actual season 3, which is how you get different things and prosperity and stuff like that. Shows the territory map, shows what your prosperity stuff is, and shows season rewards here, which if you come in first in this season, you get a crematorium buff forever, pretty much. You get the gold season 3 avatar frame, which is permanent. 150 Negan fragments, 150 gold survivor exchange fragment things, 150 long range calls, which are awesome because that's how you get legendary characters in this game. 60 spare parts keys for Junkyard. 30 million bullets. 60 million veggies. 60 million water. 45 million lumber. And 30 million meat. Now, granted, unfortunately, because of how things go in this game and, you know, how things are done in the game, it's all pay to win shit at this point. And, you know, that's what we learned in season 2, basically, was we were up against a couple of pay-to-win regions and stuff like that, and we thought we were going to be up against them again this go-around, but it turns out we're not. We're up against other ones that are pay-to-wins as well. So you have the regions that were part of season 2 were the region that I'm in, which is 409, and then it was 410, 411, 412. For season 3, it is 404, 406, 407, 409, and 415. And I know for a fact that 415 is 100% a whale region with a bunch of pay-to-win people that are paying like at least a few $100s a month to play this game. And I think 407 might be one as well on that matter. So basically, it's going to be us, and then the other two, which I'm not sure if it's 406 or 407. That's the actual second like pay-to-win region. But it would be the other three. So it'd be 409, which I'm in, and then the other two that would be fighting for third, fourth, and fifth in this coming season, which more than likely you'll have one of the three will actually be a slight pay-to-win region as well. So it'll most likely be us and then the other remaining region of the 5 fighting for 5th place in the rankings. And going to the actual rankings here, the ranking rewards that they have here listed for seasons and stuff, for random shit here, it shows the crematorium, along with 5th. That's interesting. So that must have been the overall season ranking thing, then, if that be the case. Yeah, because going to the actual ranking thing here, it shows rewards and it shows crematorium, but instead of it being permanent, it says 30 days for rank 1, along with 50% reduced marches, 1,000 speed ups for construction, 1,000 speed ups for research, 1,000 speed ups for training, and 1,000 speed ups for healing. And then the second rank region gets 30 50% reduction in marches, and then 600 of all the speed ups across the board. Third ranked gets 20 of the 50% marches and 400 speed ups across the board. And then, okay, so never mind. This is actually the top 10 clans. Then this would be the top 10 clan rewards here. And then this isn't for regions. It's just clans in the actual season region. Then this would be, so that'd be for 4. And then 5th gets 10 50% march reductions, 200 speed ups across the board, and then 6 through 10 get 5 and 100 for construction and everything else like that. So interesting. And then we actually have our coalition here, which is all of our dudes right now. And hopefully we can get some more people into the bronze one, because if they don't get another like 50 people in there right now in the next like day, they're not going to have enough to actually get the reward for the thing. So I will, because I'm in a 100 member clan, and our other one that's the silver clan will get enough because they have 85 people in it. But yeah, the bronze one only has 33 right now, which is silly because I know for a fact there's like dozens and dozens of people in this region that are not playing any of these main 3 is what it is right now. So it's like, bro, come on, just come over here. We can get you in here right now before the season starts. You can help us out in the future. You can help yourself out in the future by doing better and stuff, and so forth and so on. Actually, going back to what I was saying earlier about the the people getting wiped out and stuff. I'm not sure if this person got wiped out or not, because there was one of these kids that is in the second clan that I have another account in that was trying to join one of my things earlier today. The thing that pissed me off was when you have the stuff set up and stuff like that, it's supposed to be you have X amount of people in your march formations and stuff like that. So it'd be like, for instance, you have the characters like Shane or Rick or whatever the case be, and they have, X number of troops marching with them, which this particular formation I have right now has like 3,000 something across the board for everybody because they're high levels and stuff like that. And even like the low level one I have here is like still like 1,200 or something like that for these people. And the thing is, the one dude that joined the formation had multiple characters, multiple troops selected, and a single troop in one of the formations. So it was essentially him trying to force the rest of us to carry his ass for that march. And I'm like, that's not going to happen, dude. Either put up a better fucking formation or get the fuck out of here with that. So, yeah, I don't put up with shit like that. That's what it is, dude. And I shouldn't have to either. And no, should anybody else for that matter, man. It's like, I get if you got fucked over like the rest of us did, dude, but you've had, the same amount of time we've had at this point, dude. You've had like several weeks to get back to square one and stuff is what it is, dude. And I'll tell you what, I did that shit in like 3-4 days because it was all the speed ups that I was given and stuff like that when I was attacked. And that dude should have had the same exact, things that I had. Should have been a bunch of speed ups given to him and stuff like that and the ability to do that stuff. So, if you're not back to the point where you have like a decent setup again, like that's on you, dude. That ain't on us. And if you think you're going to stand a chance with just a single formation, basically, in the coming season region, like you're kidding yourself, dude. So, but yeah, I don't know. These people are, some of them are just like, and that's what pisses me off about people quite a bit, actually, dude. It's like when they expect other people to basically, carry the load for them and stuff like that instead of doing stuff for themselves is what it is. And it's unfortunate that seems to be what a lot of our society is anymore, is just a bunch of people that want to do that same exact thing, unfortunately. And, it is what it is, but it's like, again, it's not one of those situations where it's like, I'm going to be, forced to do that stuff. Like, no, I'm going to send your formation back to the thing. It's like, send me something that actually has like even a few hundred troops, for God's sakes, would have been better than a single one. It's like, bro, what kind of shit is that? Like, that's just a slap in the face to everybody at that point. Like, for real. Like, you're literally just slapping everybody in the face right there, dude, by even sending that out. Because you're acting as if it's like worthy to be part of this when it's not. And for a fact it's not. And we've had discussions within these clans before that about like, yeah, don't do that shit, dude, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anybody. You want to do that, start your own damn march is what it is, bro. And see how many people join it then. So, anyway. Yeah, it did get to me quite a bit, actually, dude. And it's a frustrating situation there, unfortunately, that people don't really give a fuck about. But then again, you're talking about, you got people playing in this game that are anywhere from my age, which is, mid to late 30s, to a bunch of young teenagers and stuff like that, or even younger for that matter. I think it's like 13 to 20 something ish or so. And it could be something like that where it's just, a bunch of young teens that don't know any better is what it is. But even still, it's like, we've explicitly told you like a bunch of times, this is the deal, buddy. Like, why don't you knock that shit off now? Kind of thing, So, I don't know, man. It is what it is. Actually, I got the knife challenge on for the next day or so, so I need to finish these up, and then probably sometime tomorrow I'm gonna start throwing knives at the wood board to actually get a bunch of different fragments for Morgan, Militia Rick, and Eric Shane. Yeah, Shane's a pretty good. Eric Shane's a pretty good character actually with his stuff. For adding like health to crews and fighter defense and stuff like that. And then we got, unfortunately, the thing that does piss me off about these knife challenges is, so you got the easy part, which is those guys, their fragmentations, and then you got the normal one, where you get Abraham, Rosita, and Holly fragments, which is damn near impossible to even finish. I've tried to do that before, and it's just like, oh my god, dude, it ain't even worth it. Because the way that the board keeps spinning back and forth and just makes you all dizzy and stuff. I've never even gotten to the point where I was able to try hard or nightmare or hell formations for that matter, and I don't want to, honestly. I'd rather just take what I can get in the easy ones and go from there, basically. And see if I can actually win out as what it would be then. But, oh yeah, forgot the thing unlocked then. Need to go add some stuff to Tails right now. Turns out I was napping today in the main account there, and when I was napping, people were like, oh, let's go do fucking Tails stuff real quick, and yeah, we're gonna totally screw you over is what it is, and it's like, y'all fucking a bunch of assholes, dude. You had less than a third, yeah, it was less than a third, or no, less than a, wait. No, it was less than a third of the 100-member clan that actually was able to get a bunch of stuff there, because a bunch of people were like, yeah, we're just going to do this when all y'all are sleeping or at work, whatever the case be, and just a bunch of BS is what it was. But, you know, it is what it is. People are finally learning to not smack the bread ones more than once, because they're not going to get more than one thing from it anyway. That's one thing I never understood about this game. Like, dude, we've told you many times, like, you can hit as much as you want, dude. You get one set of bread every time. Like, don't screw other people out of bread. We would all like to have that to redo our own formations at some point. So, anyway. But, let me finish this up real quick. And then I'm actually going to get to a news story I want to talk about. That's 2A related for today. Even though this isn't a 2A cast or anything like that, because I didn't do the 2A cast yesterday. I was, like I said, I was sleeping. And then I think I have, it's either osteoarthritis in my right shoulder now, or it is a slightly, like, torn ligament or something in my shoulder, because it's just been killing me every so often when I'm laying down anymore. So, and it could be either or at this point. I have no idea. The arthritis thing wouldn't surprise me if that were the case, just because of the fact that I have so much arthritic issues already. But yeah, it's a real pain in the ass, and it really, really, really fucking hurts right now. So it just sucks to know that you know, you're getting old, and then it's like, I don't want to get older, basically. And by old, I mean, like, I don't want to feel like I'm like fucking 90 when I'm like, you know, 40 basically, and I'm not even 40 yet for that matter. That's even worse. It's like I'm only 37 going 38, man. Come on. But anyway. All right, let me finish this up real fast. And then I'm gonna jump to where's that here now? I'm gonna talk about Oregon specifically when it comes to 2A stuff, which I thought was pretty interesting. This goes back to something I mentioned before about, you know, being your own first responder and stuff like that, which is Oregon LGBTQ community worried new gun controls may render them defenseless. What do you mean may render you defenseless? It will render you defenseless, dude. Like, there ain't no may about that shit, dude. BM 114 will render everybody defenseless in the state of Oregon, because it's a fucking unconstitutional piece of shit is what it is, dude. And of course it's done by some Nazi muffin motherfucker like Michael Bloomberg. Like, that dude's the worst human being ever alive, basically, dude, in modern day history right now. So, anyway, it says members of Oregon's LGBTQ community are worried they may not be able to acquire guns and will therefore be vulnerable if gun controls in ballot measure 114 are allowed to take effect. Then maybe you should, I don't know, donate to the fucking Gunners of America or Firearms Policy Coalition or any other 2A rights group that is actually trying to fight for your constitutional rights there. Hell, donate to the Oregon Firearms Federation, the state level org there, dude, that's actually the ones fighting this shit in court as well. For God's sakes. Anyway, it says controls in BM 114 are currently on hold via a temporary restraining order, but further hearings on the specific district controls in the measure could result in a partial or complete enactment. Says NPR reports that some of the Oregon's trans and queer gun supporters are worried that a new state law will prevent them from buying firearms. Well, if they're a bunch of Antifa terrorists who already have felonies on them, it may, because those people would be prohibited persons at this point. So there you go. But anyway. Let's see what it says here. It says their concerns center on BM 114's provision requiring new law enforcement to issue permits to purchase guns. Some members of the LGBTQ community fear there is not enough guidance in the issuance process, leaving the door open for law enforcement to deny permits based on unclear criteria. Well, I mean, there's already talk of what was it? The ATF's current shit when it comes to what am I thinking now? Yeah, the ATF, when they did the new 4473 update and stuff like that, where if you basically label yourself as trans or something else like that on the 4473s, you're automatically denied by default, basically, is what it is. So it's like, good luck to you on getting a gun there. But anyway, I laugh because of how sad it actually is, dude. It's like, yeah, the fact that's an automatic disqualifier is like, yeah, makes sense, but, you know. We all know that gender dysphoria used to be a mental illness in the DSM books, so there you go. But anywho, continues on here and said, NPR notes, that's a problem for activists who have critiqued law enforcement, particularly in the racial justice protest that took place over the past 2 years. Okay, so what they really mean is these are the Antifa and BLM terrorists that were all about the defund the police movement and are now like, oh, but we can't qualify for gun permits because the cops are going to deny us for trying to defund them. No shit, Sherlock. Like, fuck all y'all, man. Seriously. And what's funny is the whole defund the police movement went out the window real quick when all these communities started facing a bunch of criminal upticks in them after stupid ass shit like that. But yet you still have retards like Cori Bush who are sitting in Congress, even though she herself should be in prison right now for BLM riots in 2020. Anyway, continuing on here, it said LGBTQ community member Mia Rose, observed. Let me go ahead and look up this person and see what it looks like right now. Huh. If this is the same person, it claims that they're actually from England. Unless they're just that same name as that person, maybe. Anyway, so Mia Rose observed, I just feel like if I was to go online and say, like, the police are terrorists or something, the police would be like, well, you seem like you might not be fit for the community to be, fit for this community to be armed. Well, I mean, oh my fucking god, that person is Antifa. Holy fuck. I just realized that, dude. That particular individual was one of the motherfuckers at the goddamn Chaz, who was their fucking security detail and was supposed to be trans and shit, dude. So yeah, they literally have Antifa terrorists who are like, oh, they're targeting us because we're trans. No, the cops will be targeting you because you're a literal fucking terrorist by definition on U.S. soil, you jackasses. Like, Jesus fucking... And even that, you're like sitting there calling cops terrorists, like, pretty sure you don't know what that fucking means because you actually have the term terrorist. What the actual textbook definition of terrorist is. Let's see. Definition. Terrorist, a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. Sounds a lot like a lot of politicians, too, by the way, that have done the same stuff. So, I mean, technically, I guess you could say the cops could be terrorists in that case because, you know, if it's unlawful violence and intimidation. But then again, if you're restoring law and order, it does kind of get to a weird mix there. And then, of course, you got qualified immunity on top of that, which I don't personally agree with. But, you know, it is what it is. And until we would get in office and change the laws and stuff like that, nothing's going to ever change what it is. So, yeah, needless to say, it becomes a whole shit show. There's what it is, man. And like I said, with those fucking people, though, like, it's funny that you have actual fucking Antifa / BLM people being like, oh, but the cops are terrorists and stuff like that. Anyway, this Mia person continued on said, yeah, I feel like if we go online and say the cops are terrorists or something, the police would be like, well, you seem like you might not be fit for this community to be armed. If they were to get that information that you got snatched up off the street, arrested during the Portland protest prompted by the killing of George Floyd in 2020, I would assume that the law would say that they could deny your purchase or deny your right to have a permit. Yeah, for those who don't remember that shit, by the way, there were Antifa being taken by the cops to shut that shit the fuck down in the terrorist crap they were doing then, dude. And you had the cops basically, quote unquote, snatch people up then is what it was. Which in reality, what they were doing is they were placing people into vehicles and they were arresting their asses. And then they specifically told their little Antifa buddies, they said, do not fucking follow us or you will get shot. Legitimately. So, I don't know. But then again, during that same period of time, you had Antifa literally fucking firebombing a building every day for months on end, dude. An actual federal courthouse. It's also, by the way, why you had a bunch of cops there who were cross-deputized as federal marshals then, so they could actually arrest these fucking scumbag pieces of shit, because you had the douchebag Soros DA named Mark something or other there in Portland. Specifically, it was in, I believe, like, Monmouth County, I think is where Portland, Oregon is located in, who was letting these fuckers off the hook with all kinds of terrorist shit, including arson, dude. And it's like, bro, if you're not going to do your job, they are. Like, that's what it basically was. That's what it boiled down to at the end of the day. And that's why they cross-deputized them federally, and then they were arresting these people federally is what it was. So, anyway. Continues on here and said, the tension between gun control proponents and some members of the LGBTQ community have been prolicating for years. On June 14, 2016, just 2 days after the horrendous attack on Pulse nightclub, KVLA, or KVAL, reported that a pro-LGBT crew group called the Pink Pistols was citing the attack as an example of the importance of being armed to defend one's life. Yeah, exactly, dude. And by the way, for those who don't know about that one, Pink Pistols is the predominantly gay / LGBTQ fucking gun rights group in this country. And I've talked to some of their membership before, and some of them seem like pretty good people, honestly, dude. Then again, there's some people that are directly fucking Antifa assholes that shouldn't be part of that fucking group is what it is, dude. And there's other people that are part of these different chapters and stuff like that, man, that have actually pushed out people that are gay and are, like, pro-America is what it is, dude. Like, they're, like, all about law and order, basically, is what it is. And just not wanting their state to burn to the ground or letting their cities burn to the ground is what it is. So, anyway. Continues on here and said, Pulse attacker was armed with a rifle and a handgun during the attack. Don't ever talk about how the guy was actually Islamic terrorist on that one, or the fact that he was actually gay himself was what it was. Anyway, it says, Pink Pistols Gwen Patton suggested the real problem is the hate that led the attacker to use the guns against others. Yeah, it was self-hate in most cases, actually, which is funny on that one. So, you know, funny in a sad way, I should say, on that one. Because, again, these people never actually call it out as what it is, dude. They will never call it out for what it actually is, dude. Anyway, it said, Patton said, quote, he might have walked in wearing a suicide vest. He might have walked in with a pressure cooker bomb. The problem was that a human being had so much hate and rage in him and that he dedicated to commit a horrendous act. Oh, by the way, the Pulse would have never fucking happened, people, if Hillary Clinton's ass wasn't Secretary of State at the time. If she did not have direct ties to that motherfucker's father and took an FBI tail off of him 2 days before the fucking massacre happened, dude. Because up to that point, there was a tail on that dude. And then all of a sudden, it was 2 days before Pulse nightclub happened. They're like, oh, no, this guy's not a threat at all. You know, let take tail off him and everything else like that. 48 hours later, you massacre as much people in a fucking gay nightclub, dude. Not to mention the nightclub itself was a gun-free zone, which helped up the body count there. If you had anybody for that matter, whether it be a bouncer or a bartender or a waitress or a fucking, performer on the stage for that matter that night, be carrying on their person, they could have fucking stopped that motherfucker in his tracks. So, anyway, it says Penny Okameto, executive director of the gun control group Ceasefire Oregon. They're the assholes, by the way. They're behind BM 114, along with Bloomberg and Giffords. Said countered Patton by pushing red flag laws and other gun control measures. And I guarantee Penny herself should probably be hit with a red flag. Actually, I'm going to go look up and see if there's a picture of this chick at all. So, oh yeah, man. She looks like a fucking... I gotta show you guys this picture of this woman. This bitch looks like a fucking Karen, if I've ever seen one, dude. Actually, Penny's probably more of a Becky, because she's probably the kind of chick that doesn't quite ask for the manager, She looks like the kind of chick that would just be bitching and moaning and be like, I'm so angry and I want justice and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and let me speak to the assistant manager instead of the manager kind of chick, honestly. So, yeah. Just a fucking lunatic, man. Is what it is. But yeah, such a piece of crap is what it is, dude, for real. I also like to point out, by the way, that the ballot measure there only succeeded by like a couple hundred votes is what it was, dude. Like it was legit, like just over 50% of the vote is what it was. Which again, by the way, is exactly why Ohio needs to change our state constitution right now to up the amount of people it would take to change things by putting ballot measures, etc., on our fucking constitutional thing to change our state constitution, dude. Because that's exactly what Oregon did here with BM 114, dude. And you cannot sit here and tell me with a 50% plus one vote that the state of Ohio cannot have the exact same thing happen in the coming election cycles by fucking BLM, Antifa, fucking Moms Demand Action, Bloomberg, Everytown, Giffords, Brady Campaign, etc., shoving through their fucking garbage ass crap is what it is, dude, and just buying off people's votes is what it would be then at that point. To put their names on a fucking list is what it would be. So, anyway, let's see where we're at now. Yeah, that Penny woman was talking about pushing red flag laws and other gun control measures. She said, if the gun is just a tool, let's make that tool safer. Let's make sure we got chamber-loaded indicators on that. The fuck? Let's make sure we've got magazine disconnect mechanisms, and let's get rid of the assault weapons because those are not safe weapons. Is this woman seriously talking about people walking around with a loaded chamber indicator on a fucking firearm on their person, or is she talking about safe storage laws? Because that just, like, her whole entire statement there just sounds fucking retarded. Number one. And let's talk about magazine disconnects, by the way, which do nothing except fuck you over, dude. You know what magazine disconnects do, dumb bitch? Oh shit, my fucking thumb just hit the button a little bit. Magazine's slightly out of the fucking thing. Oh fuck. Now my gun won't fire another fucking round out of it because it's out of battery, technically speaking. Well, not out of battery. It would be out of chambering at that point. Or yeah, it would be magazine disconnected is what it would be at that point. And if I'm the one defending myself, that is a fucking stupid ass fucking thing to have on a gun, by the way. It's why guns like the Phoenix Arms, by the way, that are sold from California. It's why people cut that fucking shit off, dude. Or they figure out a way to like bend it back or whatever the case be to get rid of that magazine disconnect bullshit, so they can actually properly take their gun down to clean it, you dumb bitch. That's something nobody ever mentions, by the way, when it comes to that kind of crap, dude. Magazine disconnect stuff. For most guns to be taken down, you have to dry fire it usually to take it down. And unfortunately, with a lot of those guns like that, dude, that have those magazine disconnects in them, you have to physically have a magazine inserted into it to actually do that. Anyway. So the Penny Woman did not explain how a loaded chamber indicator would have impacted the Pulse nightclub attacker, nor how magazine disconnect mechanisms would have prevented this attack as well. Because they wouldn't have. And that's the entire point, dude. They just want power. That's all it is, dude. They're just a bunch of assholes who want a bunch of fucking power is what it is. And I'm so sick and tired of all of it, man. I am so personally fucking sick of these people. Because of that kind of shit, dude. They're just a bunch of a-holes and don't give a fuck about your rights. They just want to be a bunch of little fucking mini tyrants. These are the same mask holes, by the way, that are now trying to bring back mask mandates again. Not even 2 fucking years later, almost 3 fucking years later now. Even though they were proven to be bullshit fucking 3 years ago. And did nothing to prevent anything, dude. So, let's see. Not sure if that's okay. Yeah, okay. Making sure there was the comments here. This guy here in the comment section a couple days ago said NPR reports that, quote, some of Oregon's trans and queer gun supporters are worried that the new state law would stop them from bringing firearms. I would have thought, as good little Democrat Marxists, they would put all their faith in the government to protect them. Rights and freedoms are never an issue until it's their rights and freedoms that are being restricted. Exactly. Person said the pervert community pretty much all voted for ballot measure 114. Exactly, dude. And that's what's funny. That's what the funny thing about it is, right? These people probably voted yes on this shit and then didn't realize, like, oh, wait, you mean I'm gonna not be able to buy no guns no more? Well, what the fuck, man? And that's what it is, dude. Like, they're that fucking stupid they don't get it, dude, is what it is. So, yeah, it's just stupid people voting away their own rights is what it is, dude. And then you got this good old nugget of numb nuttiness. Fucking Mr. Dipshit himself, Gifford's advisor, claims SCOTUS makes it easier for people to be mass shooters. The fact that somebody's not smacking this guy in the back of his ugly ass bald head right now is everything wrong with this country, honestly, dude. Says Gifford's advisor, Ryan Bussey, who probably has a you-know-what-y, is what it is, claims the Supreme Court of the United States Bruen decision is making it much easier for a, quote, troubled 18-year-old to become a deadly mass shooter. What a fucking retard, man. So Bruen decision was handed down June 23rd, 2022. Breitbart reported on it be striking down New York's proper cause requirement for concealed carry permit issuance. Yeah, because it was basically Bruen, what it did was be like, no, New York, you are not a may issue state anymore. You're a shall issue state now. Which that should be. Said more on Ryan's column published by The Atlantic on December 14, 2022. December 14th, obviously being the 10-year anniversary of Sandy Hook. And I'm sure there's no coincidence at all on that one, right? Nah, can't be a coincidence at all, right? Of course it fucking was. These people always love to use anniversaries like that to push their crap, is what it is, dude, especially the anti-gun shit. Said, summarizing a portion of Clarence Thomas's Bruen opinion, which said, Thomas made it clear, henceforth, the court's conservative majority should judge all firearms regulations by a new originalist standard if there is no historical proof of a gun law linked to 1781 or 1868, the years when the Second and 14th Amendments respectively were ratified, then any modern law restricting firearms is liable to be ruled unconstitutional. They should be anyway, dude. Every single one of these fucking gun laws on our books right now, dude. The day that somebody tried to push them into law, either at a state or a federal level, they should have been slapped down under Marbury versus Madison 1803 and looked as if they were never written to begin with because they were always unconstitutional the entire fucking time. Everything from the NFA to the GCA to the Hughes Amendment and so forth and so on. Obviously, the NFA being National Firearms Act 34, GCA being Gun Control Act of 68. So, anyway, said Bussy pictured above being this fucking ass clown right here is what it is. then lamented that Bruen is being utilized by pro-Second Amendment groups around the country to file suits against current long-standing gun controls. Just because something is long-standing does not make it constitutional, you dumb motherfucker. You could say the exact same thing about Roe versus Wade, bro. Just because people let it stand for 49 years to kill kids in the fucking womb and to commit mass murder and genocide does not make it fucking legal to commit mass murder and genocide, you dumb son of a bitch. Fuck. God, I hate these fucking people, dude, so much. So they listed court decisions against gun controls in Texas, West Virginia, New York, and expressed angst that the Bruen decision has created a paradigm where the background check system, which was not put in place until 1998, will be struck down. I fucking hope so, dude. And you guys know firsthand why I'm not pro background check, because I was literally a victim of federal swatting in this country, and the second I said any caliber of any firearm that I owned, fucking Timothy, the FBI agent, was literally with his pen and paper check marking off fucking guns I owned, dude. That were the serial numbers they had on the fucking list of everything I had bought through a federal firearms license dealer and did a background check for. No, our country should not have a gun registry. Does our country have a gun registry? Oh, fuck yeah, it does, dude. The ATF has a fucking gun registry. The FBI has a fucking gun registry. Every three-letter alphabet agency has access to the same fucking gun registry, and it should be fucking null and void at this point, dude. No person in the government should know any firearm that any American citizen owns ever. Period. Because the only reason that they would want to is that they're going to try to confiscate them in the future. And it's going to be some Hitlerian bullshit then, dude. It's going to be some Stalinist, some Mao fucking dictatorship that wants to do that kind of crap, dude. Anyway, let's see where we're at now. Yes, is that Ryan guy describes Second Amendment supporters as an unrepresentative, radical pro-gun minority of Americans whose vocal demands about their right to keep and bear arms have found sympathetic ears in the Supreme Court. Shut the fuck up, Ryan, you dickless fucking fruitcake. I was going to say something else there, but I stopped myself, even though he totally is, dude. Like, oh my God. Fuck you, dude. First of all, asshole, Ryan Bussey. American gunners are not a minority, you jackass. We are now the majority in this country. There is a reason why you had an uptick in gun sales in 2020 of first-time gun buyers, sir. Because people understood that their self-defense was now in their own hands when you literally had police officers telling them, unless you're being violently assaulted or murdered, we're not going to come to your fucking rescue. If you have somebody like trying to like literally fucking steal a bunch of shit off your property, we can go deal with it yourself is what it was, dude. And things like that. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Anyway, continued on, said Bussey warns the justices will be forced to decide whether we are to be a country that must allow armed citizens in every grocery store, church, or park. Yes, that's how it should be. It's not them deciding it, you jackass. It's our fucking God-given inalienable right to keep and bear arms, dick smoke. Anyway, that idiot Ryan continued on said, they will be forced to decide whether we must expand the right of open carry to every state in the nation, including its largest metropolises, with all the potential for mayhem that portends. Well, first of all, dumbass, every place that you have constitutional carry currently, you've actually had crime go down, you dumb motherfucker. Number one. And secondly, there should be open carry in every state across this country and concealed carry across this country because it should be constitutional carry nationwide. There should also be stand your ground nationwide, buddy. Anyway, says Ryan did not mention that Texas became the 46th open carry state in the union in 2021. Breitbart News noted that Governor Harry McMaster signed legislation on May 17, 2021, allowing concealed carry permit holders to carry their handguns openly if they so choose. So, yeah, Interesting, dude. I think McMaster's is actually... Wait, I think they fucked up how they said that because it wasn't Texas, because McMaster would be South Carolina. So yeah, it's probably South Carolina became 46th state then. Because I know Texas was open carry for years now, dude, is what it was. So yeah, they probably meant South Carolina on that one. Somebody fucked up is what it was. Hawkins, you're not doing it right, bro. Come on, bro. I'm going to read some of the comments on this one. Let's see. We got first guy saying, yet a troubled 18-year-old can become a fentanyl drug dealer and murder many more than a gun ever could. They never address how the 18-year-old became troubled. You can also have a troubled 18-year-old get into the fucking military and go over and murder fucking citizens across the fucking earth, basically, dude. In the Middle East, etc. there, dude. Yeah, somebody says, gun grabber Sheila Jackson Lee said as much in the past week on Joyless Reed show, and the pro-Second Amendment people are running with it, as they should. Exactly. And this person said, Ryan Bussey wants us to live in a country where there is no functional Second Amendment. I would rather that he and his ilk move to a country that is more in line with their political views. China comes to mind. Clearly, he doesn't want to live in this constitutional republic. Well, the problem is that all these people never actually refer to America as a constitutional republic that it actually is. They're always like, this is what a democracy looks like. This is a democracy. Democracy. We're not a democracy, you dumb sons of bitches. And that's why I fucking hate the shit so much when it comes to these assholes when they're talking about fucking military spreading democracy around the world and stuff like that, dude. How the hell are we spreading democracy around the world when we ourselves are a constitutional republic, dude? It makes no sense at all. Unless you're a fucking moron that doesn't give a shit about the Constitution that this country is built and foundationed upon, is what it is. The only reason that people have the right to free speech or freedom of the press or the freedom of religion or anything else like that is because of the right to keep and bear arms, dude. If it wasn't for having the ability to be armed against a tyrannical government, you would not have those First Amendment freedoms, dude. Or Fourth Amendment freedoms of not being illegally searched and seized, your documents, etc. Or 14th Amendment to due process or anything else like that, dude. So let's see. This person said USA has long had a functional Second Amendment until the NRA was taken over by the lobbyists for gun and ammunition manufacturers. I got to disagree with you on that one, buddy. It was long before that, man. It wasn't gun and ammo manufacturers that were taking them over, dude. It was douchebags like Wayne LaPierre in the 70s and shit, 70s/80s. When they helped literally write the Hughes Amendment, by the way, after they themselves went and bought every fucking Tommy gun in this country. The NRA also, by the way, is partially responsible for the National Firearms Act 1934 back in the day because they helped write that shit too, is what it was, dude. The original founders and stuff. So yeah, they fucked us over twice in the same century is what it was. And then they've tried to fuck us a few times since then is what it was, dude. Or the NRA themselves, being the scumbag-ass motherfuckers they are, will sit there. Oh, then you got this FUD motherfucker. The National Rifle Association is the USA's oldest and most populous civil rights organization in history. No, it's not, you fucking moron. There are ones that are way, way more popular than that, dude. And first of all, the NRA is not for civil rights, dude. They're for taking away civil rights at this point. Or they'll sit there and jump on bills that are already like 90% of the way to the fucking finish line, and then they'll sit there and water them down, dude, like they did with constitutional carry in Ohio. If it wasn't for the fucking NRA shoving its big brown fucking nose up a bunch of legislators' assholes, you would have actually had constitutional carry in Ohio become a clean bill, and we would have had fucking Terry Stop bullshit added to it. They're also the same fucking douchebags that helped water down Stand Your Ground 2 years ago to make it so that you can be sued civilly if you kill a fucking criminal. Or if that criminal lives, they can sue you. Or if they die, their family can sue you is what it is. For wrongful death and everything else like that, even though it's absolute bullshit entirely. So, yeah, needless to say, it's a bunch of crap entirely, is what it is. Oh, and you got moron dude Brittany Griner speaks out for the first time since return from Russian prison. Fuck him. Seriously. And the reason I say that specifically the way I said it is because there is a very, very funny meme I saw yesterday that I'm going to go ahead and try to pull up right now. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is. There. Let's see. Screen share. You got Biden, Victor Bout, Putin, and Griner. And it says, a guy that hates America traded a guy that hates America to a guy that hates America for a guy that hates America. Oh, shit. It does, like, honestly, dude, you can't tell me that that chick does not look like a dude. And she even fucking sounds like a guy. Like, if it came out tomorrow, this motherfucker actually had a dick and was faking to be a woman just so they could get into WNBA and basically have a bunch of money and stuff like that, is what it was, dude. And just dominate on females and stuff like that. Would it really surprise anybody? Because it sure as shit wouldn't surprise me at this point. I mean, the motherfucker's like, what, 6'8", 6'9", something like that? Like, there ain't a lot of women that are that tall, man. There's a lot of guys that are, though. Especially when they have really deep voices like this. Kind of thing. Like, that motherfucker has a real... Unless they're doing, like, a shitload of testosterone or something like that, maybe, dude. Or some other, like, steroid shit or whatever it is, dude. Like, maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me either way, but... Yeah. And then, of course, you got fucking piece of shit Bout up there in the top corner. Looking like fucking Luigi. Like, super evil Luigi is what it is. Who's talking about possibly becoming a fucking arms dealer again now to help Russia against Ukraine. And it's like, Jesus fuck, like, seriously, how are people like this, dude, not being publicly executed in this country, dude, for high treason and stuff like that? Or very, very bare minimum for like serious terroristic acts and stuff like that, dude. Like, that's what we need right now, honestly. You need like a national broadcast of some terrorist motherfucker like Bout just being fucking into pieces at that point, dude, by a bunch of horses and shit. You know, drawing a quarter of that asshole kind of thing is what it is, dude. And I guarantee you, people see that shit and they're going to be like, whoa. And then they're going to be all like, yeah, I'm not getting caught spying in the United States. Fuck that. I'm going back to where the fuck I came from to begin with. And have it be very much, you know, as a that, hey, this is how we deal with fucking churches in this country, dude. This is how we deal with fucking people doing spying shit in our country and stuff like that. You know, punishment fits the crime kind of stuff, what it would be. And you would have that stuff go down real fucking quick is what it would be, dude. So, anyway. One of my friends actually was talking about his buddy. Apparently was trying to get rid of a kitty for Christmas. Not that I don't want me a cute little tabby kitty. This does kind of remind me of the Tagger I used to have back in the day. Unfortunately, my allergies are all screwy, and yeah, that little kitten would have to definitely be in the house for the foreseeable future because it's way too cold for it to be outside as a, you know, garage cat or something like that to deal with the mice outside and shit. So it definitely have to be an indoor kitty cat, little lap cat. So hopefully they find it a good home, and you know, what have you. So anyway, she got some guns for a minute. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of gun porn here, if you will, a little bit of gorn. It was on some social media sites. Some dude put up his "Welcome to the Gun Show" mug and all of his Taurus. Looks like we got a. I think that's one of the poly protector kind of Taurus judges right there. The revolver, and then this would be one of the striker fired. It's either 9 or 40. I'm not sure which. It'd be that TH series. I don't think they're really making those much anymore though. Then of course at the top you got the looks like a Taurus G3C. That is a good looking gun, by the way. I really want to pick one of those up one of these days. I just need to get the cash together for what it is for it. They're still on sale here because I got a few more days, but I don't know if I can make up the cash happen or not. But yeah, that is a nice looking pistol right there, man. And especially on a deal where they got right now, it's like, $25 rebate or something like that for that. 12 rounds of 9mm. It's not a bad deal, man. I mean, technically it'd be 12 plus 1, so it'd be like 13 with the one in the chamber. And then, of course, you can do a 17-round mag on that if you want to, because Taurus has those for the G3 series and stuff. And you can just get one of those and shove it in there as your, backup mag and shit or whatever. So, but even still, like, if you had like just a poly protector or whatever the case be, in like a 410, 45 there, like 5-6 shots, whatever that is, it's not bad. Especially if you're using like that triple aught buckshot it'd be like triple aught buck or whatever for the 410 as like a self-defense round. That would probably fuck you up pretty good, actually. Nothing else is putting like 3 discs into some, criminal or whatever the case be is trying to carjack you or whatever it be then. So, anyway. And then I feel like there's another one here, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Oh yeah, here's one of the Taurus GX4 with it looks like it's either a 2 or a 3 round extended mag on it. That would probably be what I have to have. Actually, would be that particular configuration of that gun for it to give me like anywhere near full grip as it would be, which is sad because going back to the Taurus, G3C and G2C for that matter, I can get a full grip with that 12-round mag. I mean, technically, where my pinky hangs, it will hang kind of weird on the actual like mag, like hook thing on there that's on their mags there. But compared to this thing though, my pinky finger would definitely be resting on the bottom of that mag plate and stuff. And with that 11 round, it'd be hanging the fuck off underneath it then is what it would be. So, yeah, not fun. I do like the GX4, though. I just don't like it for how low, like the low round count it is, honestly. I really wish that Taurus would actually make like a 15 or 16 round mag for that gun, honestly. And if they did, I would definitely be willing to buy one of those for sure. So... And then we got one more I do want to show here, which I thought was pretty funny. This is from, I think somebody's Discord. I found this the other day, which was, what is it? Yeah, it was good old Dog Mask. Hang on. Shit. Sorry, trying to find my thing tosses up. The military service. This is what I assume all the I was in the military, you don't need an AR-15 guys look like. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Bunch of degenerate ass motherfuckers is what it is, dude. Seriously, how mentally ill do you have to be to wear a fucking GIP mask that looks like a dog? Like, there is like fucked up fetishness stuff in this country, and there is just fucked in the head. And this definitely falls in the fucked in the head category. Although it makes sense, though. I mean, you look at military people, like, how many fucking things did they get jabbed with at that point when they go into service, dude? What is it, like 100-something fucking shots or something like that in like a 2-week time span or some shit? Like, it's a fuck ton of stuff, dude. So, it wouldn't be surprising, at least, if, like, some weird combination of fucking side effects were all leaking in their brains is what it would be. But yeah, like, I've seen so many of those douche, especially the non-combat vets seem to be the worst ones of them, when they were like, oh, you don't need that assault rifle to fight the government or whatever, or some stupid bullshit like that, or whatever the case be. Like, you don't need that weapon of war. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You were literally a fucking chair force piece of shit who your entire fucking career you sat at a goddamn desk, and when you weren't sitting at your fucking desk, you were getting some fucking higher up guy coffee and then sucking his fucking dick under the table. So why don't you shut your fucking mouth, Karen? Why don't you shut your fucking mouth, Teresa Fader, you fucking cunt? And yeah, I'm specifically calling out her Democrat ass, dude. For those who don't know what Teresa Fader is, she was the fucking dumb bitch who's part of the Ohio State Senate currently, is going to be out of office in the year, who was running as John Crenley's lieutenant governor pick during the primaries. And dumbass Crenley was such a fucking bitch boy, pussy ass motherfucker that he was acting as if Teresa Fader was going to be the governor pick and he was going to be the lieutenant governor pick when he was supposed to be the motherfucker running for governor. And I would not be surprised, at least, if he had a fucking Git mask like this, honestly, dude, somewhere. So fuck both of those people, man, seriously. But yeah, they're just a bunch of assholes is what it is, dude. Actually, going back to memes. This is just a meme I thought was kind of funny. This is also found on somebody's Discord the other day, which was... My boxers waiting for December 25th. And I'm just like, bro, who wears boxers in 2022 going in 2023, man? Like, if I'm going to be at home just chilling like I am right now, I'm in pajama pants, dude, all year round, honestly. That shit gives you the nutsack fucking sway that you need to have is what it is, dude. For them big old balls. Not all cramping you up in your boxers and stuff like that, dude. Doesn't allow you to have swamp ass or anything else like that. You're just all cool and breezy and shit is what it is. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, though. And then, of course, there was good old Antifa. I'm not sure where this was actually taken. Probably fucking Oregon or something like that, or Washington State. Wants to punch you in the face. Can't even make a proper fist. Little communist is going to break his little thumb as soon as he punches you in the face. Jesus, dude. Like, this kid looks like every little punk ass I've ever seen walking around, dude. This guy looks like half the dudes I beat when I used to play Magic the Gathering, dude, that got all fucking butthurt and rage quit and shit like that. Or like, fuck this game. I just spent $1,000 on this deck and you beat me with some fucking $50 home built shit. Yeah, that's right, bitch, I did. Because you're a fucking poser ass bitch that doesn't know how to fucking pilot a deck properly. And that's what it was. Like, most of these, that's what I think is funny about MTG, by the way, is the people that'll go out there and just do like the whole pay to win thing or whatever. And they'll just sit there and build like all the decks that all these pro players have built and stuff like that. They actually know how the fuck to pilot them is what it is because they were the ones that built them. And then they'll have no clue to how to actually like play the deck properly is what it is. And then they'll lose and they'll be all like, I don't know why I don't win. Because your skill set is not as good as the person that built it, you dumbass. That's the whole point. So, but yeah, that's usually what it is with them kind of people though. So, anyway. Oh yeah, I actually called out Tom Massey the other day on Twitter. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna go ahead and show that here. You got Massey said on December 14th, "This is wrong. We should have a separate vote on additional Ukraine funding." He was talking about omnibus bills. Said most of my constituents do not wish to have their money sent to Ukraine, especially not without oversight and an audit. To which I responded to him, omnibus bills should never exist. They are all they are is a way to throw kickbacks to the corporations and mega donors who I fucked up how I said that, dude. I should have said who are in line. Yeah. Who are No, it should have been just who line criminals' pockets worldwide. Wait, mega donors. I don't know exactly what I'm saying. I think I ran out of characters is what it was, and that's why I fucked it up is what it was. But yeah, it should have been who are in line with criminals nationwide is what it was. America isn't the fucking World Bank. It's decades past time to stop acting like we are. Call in all worldwide debt to us now. That's what we need to be doing, by the way. Every single country right now that owes a debt to America, it's time to call in all the chips, dude. Be like, oh, you owe us, $500 billion? Give us $500 billion in gold bullion, bitch. If you don't have enough gold, give us silver on top of that then. We want precious metals only. We will not take currency at all. And it'd be as simple as that, dude. And that's how you fix that shit real quick. That's how you take down America's national debt. That's how you make these other fucking countries finally pay the fuck up is what it is. And that's how we do what needs to be done on that one, dude. And speaking of motherfuckers paying the fuck up, you had that piece of shit Adam Schiff the other day. This was the same day on the 14th when I called out Massey's ass about omnibus bills. Oh, that piece of shit Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff said, after inciting a violent insurrection, wasn't an insurrection, you dumb motherfucker, Donald Trump was suspended from Facebook. That suspension is set to expire in just 24 days, despite the fact that he's more unhinged and dangerous than ever. Senate, White House, and I are calling on Meta, which would be Facebook's parent company, to keep Trump offline for good. To which my response was, let's talk about censorship, Schiff. How about you stop trying to 1984 on-person American citizens? That's exactly what this fucking little communist piece... By the way, Adam Schiff is 100% the deep state, dude. It was his fucking daughter's boyfriend or whatever that was some fucking little fuckboy in the federal government who was given this asshole fucking intel 2-3 years ago is what it was. The fact that Adam Schiff hasn't caught in high treason charges at this point is absolutely ridiculous entirely, dude. He should be sitting on death row right now at a federal prison, dude, for real. For the shit he's done to this country. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So, actually, this is a good one too. I'm gonna screen share this as well. This was me calling out the ACLU of Ohio the other day. You know, the fucking Soros funded ACLU. ACLU said, "This is not a drill. Our voting rights are under attack at the Ohio State House. Ohio House Bill 458 would radically alter the way in which Ohioans cast their ballot by subjecting every voter to a strict voter ID mandate." You mean like other states have? You mean like what we should have had 20 fucking years ago, dumb bitches? Which my response to them was, if you're against voter integrity with voter ID laws, it's probably because you're trying to cheat in elections by having illegals and dead people vote. Fuck off out of my state, you Soros-funded scumbags. Seriously. Fuck off out of Ohio, ACLU. We don't want you here. We don't need you here. You are not for American civil liberties at all anymore. You are 100% out for your own fucking best interest as a goddamn non-governmental organization who are literally trying to mass import a fucking voter block for the Democrat Party with DACA and other stupid bullshit and ending a Title 42, etc., so that you can keep swiping election after election after election after election after election. Just like you did when you helped Sherrod Brown cheat in 2018, just like you did when you helped fucking piece of shit Biden and company cheat in 2020, whether it be Biden and Kamala, whether it be Tim Ryan, etc., and just like you help motherfuckers like Gretchen Whitmer remain in power in 2022. And it's exactly why you're going to have Michigan now pushing for an assault weapons ban. Because as far as I understand, there is supposed to be a Democrat majority going into Michigan's General Assembly in 2023. Or at the very least, it's going to be very quick, close succession of how many Democrats and Republicans are in their state houses, what it is there. And that's why you have these pieces of shit like that Pepper guy who are pushing AWBs now. We'll talk about that in the future, actually. Probably either the next episode of The Grandstand or it'll be on Honda's chat on Saturday night. I'll bring it up then and we'll talk about it then because I'll actually have the information for him then. I don't have it offhand right now. I'm going to have to look it up and stuff like that for the time being. I don't feel like doing it right now. Since it is like 1:30 and I'm actually kind of getting a little bit tired right now, I might end up napping out for a few hours. I haven't been feeling the greatest lately. I think whatever I've had in the last couple of weeks is starting to come back around again. Plus, I haven't been sleeping well, mostly because, you know, shoulder issues and everything else like that. So, anyway, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of issues right now. This one was actually pretty funny. This is some left-wing chick who was talking on Twitter the other day, who said, leaving Hell Site on 12:31 at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This chick said, what if a bunch of us left Twitter on December 31st, like around the same time? I don't know, noon Eastern Standard? Think that might break the site? Think we could cause some havoc? Our boy E Honda said, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. He's right about that too, by the way. Like, nobody gives a fuck, people. You want to leave this site? You have that ability. You have the ability to leave Twitter. You have the ability to leave Facebook. You have the ability to leave YouTube or any other social media site. Instagram, Parler, Truth Social, any of them, dude. Y'all choose to remain on these sites because you are a bunch of attention whores. Because you are seeking attention for most of the time your crazy ass stupidity and shenanigans. You know, it's the exact reason why you have all these teachers that'll come out of the woodwork on Libs of TikTok and shit, man. Ooh, Precision Tactical. That is a 50 cal in that big old case. That's crazy to think they have to, like, take that thing down into multiple pieces to make it actually be able to fit into a freaking gun case because it's so big and long. Yes, insert random you-know-what joke here. I totally left that open by accident on that one. Let's see what our boy Kevin Sorbo said. Ornaments, Christmas lights, and Jeffrey Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves. I love you, Hercules. But only as a fan. So, anyway. Let's see. Marsha Blackburn, why is Biden administration approving free healthcare for illegal aliens? Well, I don't know. Marsha Blackburn, why don't you actually call them illegal aliens and not illegal immigrants? It's a damn good question, though. See, then we got Libs of TikTok saying, received this from a follower in Nebraska, a classroom door in a child's school. What would you do if you saw this in your kid's classroom? Well, that teacher would no longer have a job after that shit because they're pushing fucking BLM terrorism inside the classroom. They're obviously pushing anti-white racism inside that classroom as well, dude. By just dividing the kids based on racial shit there. And yeah, this is why politics has no business in a fucking classroom, dude. Especially not taxpayer-funded schooling. So, yeah, fuck these fucking people, dude. Seriously. Fucking bunch of bullshit. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. Do a save on that for later. So I can get back to that. I'm going to post that in the Discords later. Oh my god, Stacey Abrams has decided to run again, apparently. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You serious? You serious, bro? How are you going to run against Stacey Abrams if you're in a fucking Georgia state prison for massive voter fraud from the 2018 midterms, you dumb bitch? Which is something that Governor Brian Kemp should have done 3 years ago when he became governor. Was put your ass away for voter fraud then. Let's see. We got Massey saying, government has been the biggest source of COVID misinformation, disinformation. Yes, it has been. Got Senate GOP here in Ohio. A look back at the 28 years of legislative service for current state senator Jay Hotner. We don't need career politicians here. We don't want career politicians here, bro. I'm so glad that you're gone at the end of this legislative season, Jay, because you didn't do jack shit for us here. And you were actively holding back pro-gun legislation for years, you dickless fucking fuck boy. Son of a bitch, scumbag asshole. So we got Teresa Gavarone saying, my statement on Toledo City Council proposal to use federal COVID relief taxpayer money to fund out-of-state abortions. See, Gavarone said it's a sad day when the Toledo City Council is considering spending $100,000 in federal taxpayer dollars. How the fuck is that even legal, by the way? Why are they not being fucking put in prison right now, dude? for theft of fucking tax money. On trips for women seeking abortions, instead of addressing issues like devastating poverty and rampant crime, bear in mind this federal money is to be used for COVID-19 relief efforts to rebuild, restore, and bring prosperity back to our communities, not fund efforts to destroy and take away more human life. I added the human part, obviously, because she just said life. Let's see. With serious consideration being given to the proposal, the city of Toledo must be so flush with cash that their locally elected officials will not need to ask the Attorney General for any money during the next year's state operating budget, which, by the way, Toledo, Ohio is one of the most corrupt fucking Democrat hell pockets in this entire state, dude. Their entire city council before was pretty much thrown out for taking a bunch of kickbacks and bribes and shit. Anyway, Gavarone continued on, so that I strongly encourage people of Toledo who oppose this horrendous behavior and gross improper use of taxpayer money to speak out at their city speak to their city council members. How about throw them the fuck out of office and in prison where they belong for deprivation of law, lady? Seriously, for God's sakes, do your job, Teresa Gavarone, as a fucking state senator right now. You have the ability, lady. You're going to be Senate Majority Whip come the new year. Anyway, she said we should should be seeking solutions for our cities by supporting the police, workforce, and education system, and encouraging our tax dollars be spent on the well-being of human lives rather than the destruction of them. Exactly. Let's see, then we got good old Dewan here saying over 100 law enforcement agencies were awarded funding for body camera programs. Good. Now we're not going to have any more Casey Goodson Jr. murders on our hands, are we, DeWine? Let's fucking hope not. For those who don't know, Casey Goodson Jr. was the young black man who was actually super pro 2A and would have been an advocate for the Second Amendment in Ohio had he not been murdered by some fucking piece of shit Franklin County Sheriff's deputy a couple years back. Being shot in the back, literally holding a sub sandwich in his hand. As he's walking through his door and this fucking idiot cop walks up and blows his fucking ribs and everything else out pretty much. He shot him in the back like 6-8 times, something like that. And thankfully that cop is now being tried with murder, Jason Mead. And hopefully he gets death penalty in the state of Ohio for it because he murdered that kid in cold blood. It's absolute bullshit, dude, entirely. Anyway, the ones that have heard law enforcement agencies in Ohio are being ordered body cam program. Body cams are an essential tool for policing, and funds rewarded today will help agencies purchase around 1,660 new body cameras and associated technology. That's good. Let's see where they're coming out at. You got Lima Police Department, some police department in Aglee County, Matena Ferry Police Department in Barmont. Okay, so this is all just by So we got, let's see, Allen County, Aglees County, Beaumont County, Butler, Champaign, Clark, Columbiana, Police Department, Columbiana, Crawford, Cahoga. Like all the way down from like right in the middle there, all the way to the very end are all Cahoga County Police Departments, including Highland Heights, Newburgh Heights, Brecksville, Bay Village, pretty much all the ones right outside of Cleveland, Ohio is what it is, dude. So, yeah, you might as well just say Cleveland and the surrounding suburbs are all getting body cams now is what it is, dude. So we got Representative Jim Jordan. They spied on his campaign. They impeached him. They created a special counsel to harass him. Now they want to enact legislation to bar him from holding office again. Despite all that, President Trump never stopped fighting for you. That is a lie, Jim Jordan. President Trump stopped fighting for me when he literally said, take the guns first, due process after. He stopped fighting for me when he did not declare martial law on January 19th, 2020. Biden should have never set foot in office, dude. Trump should have done his fucking job to make sure that never happened. He failed at doing that. Anyway, so we got Dipshit Cortez saying journalism is supposed to speak truth to power, Not bow to it. Fucking idiot. And you got that little fuckstick David Sisselin. The asshole doesn't know what a fucking gun is, by the way, apparently, or what an actual weapon of war is in the M1 Garand. This is the douchebag that was trying to push all the gun control this past year, is one of 40 Democrats joining legislature to try to bar Trump from running for office again. And we got apparently people are using emoji pronouns like dog in place of words. Oh my God. Can we just balkanize already, please? Like, again, when I talk about attention-seeking whore behavior, like, these are the attention-seeking whores I'm talking about right here, dude, is this chick, honestly. That are just, like, pushing insane bullshit to just get a bunch of views and likes because they have no real life is what it is. So, anyway. Let's see here. See, lose TikTok. This is actual hate speech, but it's against white people, so it's fine. Yeah, some crazy bitch talking about stuff about white people. There's what it is. So, let's see where we're at here now. Not only unhealthy, she's also a potential safety risk. Someone her size could be a massive hindrance during an emergency, could prevent passengers from exiting plane quickly and safely. Yeah, that girl's fucking huge, man. Like, she is fucking Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I know I'm fat, dude, but even my fat ass ain't that fucking fat. At least I don't think it is anyway. Yeah, bro, like... And you'll notice, too, it's always the chicks. It's always, like, girls like that or whatever that are always like, oh, no, you can't talk about my weight or, you know, big is beautiful. And, like, everything else. Like, dude, we get it. Like, just lose some fucking weight. Seriously. Like, you're not healthy at any fucking weight. You just aren't, by definition. You're going to die earlier. You're going to have more health problems. I know that for a fact as an overweight man right now, because I personally have health problems as an overweight man right now. Back, leg, neck, arm, etc. Just because of weight issues and everything else like that, dude. So, yeah. Huh. Scar 15, the baby scar. That thing looks fucking retarded, dude. Like, dumb as shit looking, honestly. It's even worse than the regular scar with a little Ugg boot on the end of it, dude. Let's see. Yeah, Lauren Boebert, 7 hours ago. America needs a functioning FBI that investigates and dismantles violent gangs, sex traffickers, public corruption, terrorism, and more. But sitting around and flagging tweets they don't like, that ain't it. Or federally swatting American citizens like myself is not it either, Lauren Boebert. See, Kari Lake, a billionaire swept in and saved America. Then another billionaire stepped up to save Twitter. Imagine how great it would be to have them both in charge at the same time. The future is bright. She's acting as if Elon Musk actually saved Twitter, dude, because he really didn't, honestly. Like, seriously. So, see, we also got Kari Lake saying, I'll be speaking at America Fest this weekend. There's still time to register $20 general admission tickets and free concert add-on using code Arizona Local. That's cool. Wonder who's doing the concert, though. See, we got good old Kyle Rittenhouse saying, if I want to know what is actually going on in the news quickly, I open Twitter, not fake news articles, websites, and channels that is full of false narratives and fit bias and personal agendas. Exactly. Well, it's not even just opening Twitter; it's just opening any social media site really anymore, dude, or just for that matter, alternate media like Breitbart and stuff like that. Like that's where I usually go to honestly for most of my fucking stories anymore. It's like Breitbart or Not the Bee or something like that is what it'd be, dude, because they actually tell you the fucking truth is what it is. So then we got Mark W. Smith, 2A scholar, saying major 2A victory in California today. This was Friday afternoon is when he talked about that. Judge Benitez announces he will declare Gavin Newsom's anti-2A attorney fee provision law illegal and unconstitutional. This will open the door for more 2A challenges against California gun control laws. Nice. Nice. Fucking awesome, dude. Can't wait for that shit, honestly, dude. Yeah, Newsom should be personally sued out of fucking office at this point, dude, for real. Let's see here now. Got Tim Pool calling out Elon Musk, it looked like. Wow. What a bunch of fucking ass clowns, dude. Yeah, it's these honestly, the most racist people I've seen in this country, honestly, dude, are these white liberal motherfuckers like this chick right here who are anti-white racists. And I'm as a white guy, I'm so personally fucking sick and tired of that shit, dude. You know, it's why I don't talk to people anymore in some of the 2A community, honestly, because they try to slander me. They tried to falsely claim I was white hate. Just because I said I wouldn't date fucking leftists is what it was. And they're just a bunch of assholes is what it is, dude, and fuck all them. So, let's see. Abbott's history in formula production goes all the way back to Columbus in the early 1900s. Man saying his future here in Ohio facility. Nice. We'll be having Abbott make baby formula in Ohio again pretty soon. Congratulations, Michigan. You can get it from us. 450 permanent new jobs. Wow. That's a good amount, actually. Too bad it's not like 500 or 1,000, honestly, dude. Let's see. Bowling Green, Ohio. That's cool. It's cool. Hopefully they'll open another facility at some point. It'll be another like 450, 500 jobs, something like that. But anyway. Oh, yeah. You got Biden lying his ass off. Actually, that was him making stupid jokes. I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid. No, you're just a fucking asshole, dude, and you're also a fucking cunt. And yes, you are a stupid motherfucker, you dimensional old fuckboy, pedophile piece of shit. Yeah, that was him talking in front of all the actual military vets in this country and then fucking creating literal fucking fake stories about war and other shit like that's what it was, dude. Fuck him. This one's actually pretty disgusting. I talked about this the other day. The Norwegian lawmaker faces up to 3 years in prison for saying men cannot be lesbians. They want that shit here, dude. That's why they want to take our guns so bad. Never let them do it, dude. First Nations group votes to reject Canadian gun ban. Good on them, dude. I was watching something the other day that was talking about that actually, and it was them talking about it was one of the lawmakers there in Canada talking about how a lot of them use the First Nations people will use I forget if it was the Enfield he was talking about or what exactly. I think it was Enfields actually. They have like a 10-round mag capacity in them or whatever. Because Canada wants to limit it to 5 and shit. And he's like, you're going to stop these people from being able to go out there and hunt on their own land with the guns they have used for generations, dude. Fuck you. So, see, then we got the ACLU of Ohio. The First District Court of Appeals denied the state's request to take up the appeal of the preliminary injunction granted by Hamilton County Court of Common Pleas in our challenge of the 6-week abortion ban. Sends case back to Hamilton County Court. Fuck that shit, dude. Stop killing kids, you motherfuckers. Especially in the state of Ohio, you sick bastards. This is exactly what I want the fucking ACLU out of Ohio because of shit like this right here, dude. They are literally helping kill kids in the state of Ohio up to fucking 5 months in the womb. They should all be tried with fucking mass murder at this point, dude. And be given crimes against humanity sentences at this point in history, dude, for real. It's fucking disgusting they haven't been at this point, honestly, dude. Ooh, got some Team Tactics guns there. Let's see. Okay, can't show that. So, okay, we're gonna stop scrolling at all for that matter now because of that. Thanks, Libs of TikTok. By the way, educational purposes, we're on Twitter. We had no idea that was gonna come up. Don't try to strike me down, man. So, let's see. Yeah, this said, parents beware. My son opened his first window of so-called child-friendly Paw Patrol advent calendar this morning, and the chocolate was in the shape of a gun. Just to check, I looked at the second chocolate, and it was a hand grenade. I'm absolutely furious. Fuck you, guy. Like, these people are such a bunch of fucking clowns, bro. Pretty sure that's not a hand grenade either, you jackass. It's literally a fucking ornament of some kind, it looks like. Fucking moron. Seriously. Fucking complete jackassery is what it is, bro. Keith Olbermann has been permanently banned. Hell yeah, he has been. So, I think we'll leave it at that one, actually. We'll leave it on a bright note, dude. Because fuck Keith Olbermann is what it is, dude. He's a scumbag mainstream media asshole. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, it was just people liking my tweets. Apparently, it was all the stuff on the corner there. I wasn't sure what it was, though, just to make sure. Because sometimes people will respond to me, and then I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. There's a reason why I'm not screen sharing right now, and it's because pretty sure that this would probably give me a channel strike. So, but yeah, it was something that Ian Miles Chong guy posted, and I'm not sure which country this is in, but it's basically a bunch of crazies firing off full auto and stuff. So, anyway. Let's see here. I'm gonna go read what this chick said here, actually on camera here. We got this woman named Kobe Thatcher saying, Trump's quote-unquote major announcement may have seemed a bit strange to some, but he's now sold out of all 45,000 trading card NFTs at $99 a pop. That's $4,445,000 made in one day to put towards his campaign. Yeah, some people are calling that a scam. I don't know how it's not at this point, honestly, dude. The problem with NFTs or any of that kind of stuff like that, dude, or crypto or anything like that, it's stuff you cannot physically hold in your hand. It has no real value. It's whatever people are claiming the value is on it. And it's like, how is this not just like a modern day pyramid / Ponzi scheme? And I'm not just saying for Trump either. I'm talking about just across the board for that matter, dude, because there's other people that have done it before. There's left-wing billionaires that have done it before. There's right-wing billionaires that have done it before. There's fucking all kinds of people that have done it before, dude. Millionaires, even for that matter, have done that crap. And it's like, you're just inflating something by claiming it's worth that much when it's not worth a damn dime, dude, is what it is. Oh my God, if this is not the pot calling the kettle black on that one. So you had Elon Musk say the other day, they posted an exact real-time location, basically assassination coordinates, an obvious direct violation of Twitter's terms of service, to which dumb bitch AOC said, you're a public figure, an extremely controversial and powerful one. I get feeling unsafe, but descending into abuse of power Erratically banning journalists only increases the intensity around you. Take a take a beat and lay off the pseudo-fascism. Maybe try putting down your phone. Why don't you look in the fucking mirror while you're saying that, you dumb cunt, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Because you are the fucking fascist here, you dumb bitch. You are a fucking public figure. You are a fucking scumbag, modern day fucking Nazi hoe. Shit, man. If it came out tomorrow that AOC was the fucking modern day Ava Braun, I would not be the least bit surprised by it. The only question would be, who was her Hitler at that point, you know? Or would it be a Stalin type that would rise up? You know, seriously, man. So, anyway. Let's see here. They're talking about Ronna McDaniel. RNC fundraising cash. Where did it go? Right into Ronna McDaniel's pocketbook for her to use on private plane rides and fucking dry cleaning and laundry and everything else like that, dude. But what do you expect from somebody who is literally Mitt Romney's niece? That is why, honestly, personally, and I'm going to say it right now, dude, Ohio Patriot Education Network endorses Hermot Dillon, or Helen, however I pronounce that woman's name, the Indian chick that was Carrie Lake's lawyer. We endorse her as the next RNC chair for the Republican National Committee, because that's who should be doing stuff for 2024, dude. A woman who actually cares about election integrity in this country, not some fucking dumb bitch named Ronna who is sitting around fucking screwing people over and taking money out of everybody's pockets is what it is, dude. Money that could be used to put into grassroots candidates' pockets so they could actually have a real chance at winning election cycles in the future. So, anyway. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and read this Tim Pool article here. Got Avi Yamini, I think is how pronounced that guy's name. Yemeni. I think it's time for Elon Musk to give international independent journalists access to Twitter files so they can expose the insidious relationships between our local governments and the previous Twitter regime. The entire world deserves answers. To which Tim Pool said, Avi is right. It isn't just about the USA. What was Twitter doing with other countries? Exactly, dude. I would love to fucking know that, dude, because you know for a fact they were censoring conservatives worldwide at this point, dude. Anybody right of center was being censored on Twitter, dude, across the fucking world is what it was. So, see, then we got Lauren Boebert. The American taxpayer should not be funding abortions for illegal aliens. My new bill will make sure of it. We shouldn't be funding abortions for anybody, Lauren. Like, it doesn't... Jesus fuck, dude. How... Seriously, you have enough characters there. How hard would it have been to say American taxpayers should not be funding abortions for illegal aliens or anyone else for that matter? And then my new bill will make sure that legal aliens aren't being funded. Like, that's the problem right there, dude. Because you're acting as if taxpayer money should be used to abort American citizens as well. It shouldn't be, ever. How about just saying we're gonna fucking defund Planned Parenthood, dude? Like, that's what it should be at this point. That's what the bill should be focused on, period. That's a sexy gun combo right there. Ammunition Depot. Today, we have not just one M134 firing at roughly 50 rounds a second, but 4 of them. Dude, that's a fucking Terminator. Like, that is literally like the T1 at that point from Terminator 3, dude. That is some scary shit, dude. Like, man, could you imagine that? Like, I'm pretty sure that that's what those things had. They had those like little miniguns on them, dude. The T1s in Terminator 3, but it was like 2 of them or whatever. As like the arms and shit. Like, that is fucking scary, dude. That is very, very frightening, dude, for real. Like, just imagine that shit on, like, some crazy, like, tech robot thing. Holy fuck, man. That is a scary, scary situation right there entirely. So, anyway. I'm not even sure who put that out there. Oh, it was Ammunition Depot. Apparently, was what was there. Oh, it was Mr. Guns and Gear follow thing. Okay. I was like, how the hell are they up on my feed then, dude? That's weird. So, let's see. This is a good one here. So you got terrorists trying to tell people what to do now. We're not asking, we're telling you. Business owner demands black people receive $350,000 each in reparations since we worked for free during slavery. Bitch, you didn't fucking work at all during slavery because you weren't fucking alive during slavery, you dumb fucking cunt. And this dumb bitch said this all at a public hearing in California Reparations Committee. How about you go fuck yourself, lady? Seriously. And is this person said correct? People who never owned slaves paying people who never were slaves. Sorry. Had a malware thing popping up there. That was creepy. Anyway. Yeah, it's just bullshit, dude, entirely. Like, the real problem with it is, dude, when you look at all this crap right now, dude, when you look at all these jackasses, they're all like, oh, we want reparations now kind of thing. It's like, bitch, you never were a fucking slave in this country. You are just a lazy motherfucker who doesn't want to go get a real job. So instead, you'll go out there and wait for fucking some election cycle and then go steal a bunch of fucking shit, commit all kinds of fucking felony theft. Or even worse, in the state of California, you'll wait for them to pass dumbass fucking bail reform law crap where you can go steal $950 worth of shit every day without any kind of misdemeanor charge being put against you. And then you'll go steal $950 worth of shit every fucking day is what it is. And then go to a fucking reparations committee hearing and demand, we want $350,000 each in reparations. For what? You never did a fucking thing. You never were, unless you were a fucking vampire who somehow doesn't burn up in the sun. So unless you were literally Blade, who ages at like 1/1000th the speed of a regular person, pretty sure you're not several hundred years old at this point and were never a fucking slave. It's so fucking retarded. Like, I seriously just want to see people get the shit smacked out of them is what it is, dude. Just be told to go fuck off is what it is, dude. Honestly, the best response to that would have been anybody in power at that point being like, you aren't ever getting a fucking dime. Get the hell out of these chambers right now, or you will be arrested for fucking terrorist threats and actions. And if they kept going, have them arrested on terroristic shit then, dude, is what it is. And put them in the California prison system then. Egg prices up 192% year to date. Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, I need to buy some chickens at this point. I really do. I just need to buy some chickens and make a fucking coop or something, dude. Start selling my own eggs. So you got Megyn Kelly as he pounces around the 14 million 9-bedroom mansion in Montenegro with massive gardens, white lighted cocktail parties, and mountain views from his 7-acre yard. Harry laments how he ever wanted was his normal life. These are the least self-aware people on earth. Harry and Megyn Netflix special. Yeah, fuck the fucking piece of shit, fake ass royal family, dude, is what it is. Fucking Bilderberg motherfuckers. They are 100% all part of the problem, dude, is what it is. See, we got Donald Trump Jr. on the 15th saying, breaking, President Trump announces free speech policy plan for 2024. Restoring free speech overview. Ban federal agencies from colluding with to censor American citizens. How about just, I don't know, imprisoning federal agencies for trying to collude to censor American citizens? Ban taxpayer dollars from being used to label speech as mis or disinformation. There we go. Fire every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship. How about also jail these people? Should be fire and jail. Immediately send provision letters to Biden administration and big tech giants. Preservation letters. Yeah, preservation. Okay. Yeah, so that'd be preserve all your shit is what it is. Order the DOJ to investigate all parties involved in online censorship regime and prosecute any and all crimes identified. How are they going to do that when the DOJ themselves is involved in this shit, dude? Seems kind of odd. See, revise Section 230 to drastically curtail big platforms' powers to restrict lawful speech, or just get rid of Section 230 entirely, dude. How about that? Force these people to either choose. You're a publisher or you're a platform. You can't be both. You're either platforming people's free speech or you're publishing free speech. And if you try to do both or you try to censor people for that kind of stuff, then your ass is able to be sued into the fucking ground. And the American citizens can then own this company, which is what should be right now with the American citizens owning YouTube and Google and Facebook and Twitter and every other social media site out there. They should all be public domains at this point, dude. They should all be the modern day town squares. Internet Bill of Rights, baby. Internet Bill of Rights. Anyway, continuing on, it said, stop federal funding for all nonprofits and academic programs engaged in censorship. Suspend federal dollars to any university that has engaged in censorship support activities. Enact criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to violate your constitutional rights. Impose a 7-year cooling off period before former Intel and national security officials can work at big tech platforms. How about impose a lifetime ban so they can never work at these fucking places, dude? And it should be the exact same way with fucking FDA people working for big pharma and shit like that, dude. There should be a lifetime ban on that shit. No, you can't go fucking make a drug like fucking Oxycontin for everybody and then 2 years later go work for fucking Purdue Pharma and kill a bunch of fucking American citizens, dude. Fuck you. And then the last one was pass a digital bill of rights. That's the only thing I can get behind right there. Digital bill of rights, dude. That's it. But yeah, the 7-year cooling off period, fuck that, dude. Lifetime ban these people from working for these fucking big tech companies, dude. You want to go work for the private sector? Tough shit, dude. You're a government employee? Fuck off. So, anyway. Let's see. Yeah, digital trading cards. Trump is a wrestler. I mean, to be fair, he did beat the shit out of Vince McMahon one time. So there was that. Although he never actually won a title. He just beat McMahon because it was, I think it was Stone Cold. I think it was Stone Cold was the ref, and it was McMahon and Trump. I forget. Bobby Lashley was involved somewhere in that as one of the wrestlers, and it was supposed to be something where they were shaving people's heads or something. And I think it was Trump and Stone Cold shaved McMahon's head, I want to say. That was like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. It's just funny. So, all right. Let's see. Battle Beagle. HK clone. Pretty cool. Let's see. And Michael Chong said, or Miles Chong said, so it's confirmed the FBI was instructing Twitter to censor users for exercising their right to free speech. Exactly why the FBI needs to be charged. All the FBI need to be charged at this point, dude. That was involved in that shit. Period. End of fucking story. It's a bunch of bullshit, dude, entirely. So, yeah, we're almost 2 hours in. We're going to call it right now, I think. Hopefully we're good to go in the next couple of days. We should be. It's not like we did anything wrong tonight. We didn't try to put anything up that we didn't know. Everything said today and everything shown today was for educational purposes. Just simply looking through social media sites does not make a violation of terms of service, people. So, and as you can see, if you go back into the video, I literally zipped past things as soon as I realized what they were, and I was like, zoop. Nothing was ever shown that shouldn't have been shown. So there you go. But anyway, we got, actually, we'll finish out with this one from Indy Now. LA County considering another indoor mask mandate. The decision will be made by Dr. Barbara Ferrer, an unelected, non-medical doctor who previously banned outdoor dining without showing any data/science to support it, then ordered TVs be shut off at businesses on top of it. How the fuck are these people not in prison? Seriously. You have no power in the fucking state. How the hell is your ass not in prison, dude? Jesus fuck, man. It's time to take a stand against these motherfuckers, dude. It really is. Like, fuck your bullshit mandates. They're not fucking legal. They're not constitutional. They're not law. We will never be put under your tyranny again. And it's as simple as that. You will see mass non-compliance. People are sick and tired of the bullshit, dude. It's been 3 fucking years, for God's sakes. Let it fucking go, Democrats. And if you're not going to let it go, you will see people fighting back against it through nonviolent mass defiance is what it is. Fuck your masks. Fuck your mask mandates. Fuck all your tyranny. We're not doing it again. We will never surrender to tyrants ever again in this country. And it's as simple as that. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you all next one.